Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to Fresh Out the Box Plays Fantasy Age from Green Run Publishing. I am the Board Game Guru, Game Master Extraordinaire, Jahanadan.
It's me, Casualty CDG, the co-host of Fresh Out the Box and Fresh Out the Podcast. If you like tabletop games, that's what we're here for. If you don't like tabletop games and you're more of a movie, streaming show, and video game kind of guy, that's what the podcast is for. Check out Fresh Out the Podcast, where all podcasts are available. And please don't forget to give us a rating on Spotify or Apple Music. That would be straight money. Since it's Thursday, that means it's Thursdage, and I'll be reprising my role as Solwyn, the third-born son of the 10th Emperor of the Sun.
I'm AD Springer, also known as Corbinian, a variety video game Twitch streamer and tabletop roleplay game streamer as well, and I am reprising my role as Harnasa, the Orcish Arquebusier.
Yo, what up? It's me, it's Keon. I make music. I'm returning as the lost son of the destroyed underwater utopia that was sucked into the abyss by chthonic gods, who is now a semi-alcoholic berserker warrior with a mustache named Lost Fishbone.
Yeah. So before we get right started, couple announcements. So, if you're a fan of our stuff, you like what we're doing, and you want to see more, who's in that one? Mr. Kapow, Aaron Dippity Doo, and for the first time ever, Goblin and Katie will be on our stream next Wednesday, 8, same time, same place, 8 Central to 11, and then we're playing City of Mist. Our session 0 is next Wednesday, yeah. So we're going to be doing about a 10-shot is what we have planned. City of Mist from Son of Oak Games creator Amit Mache has been on the stream, friend of the show. Very excited for that one. And also recently, it's been announced that they are making a 5th season tabletop role-playing game. Green Ronin that is. It uses the age system. It is based off of the best-selling history-making trilogy, the Broken Earth trilogy from N.K. Jemisin. And from what we've seen a preview, we talked about it with the creator, and it's really cool so far. A lot of interesting stuff. Come find out more about Origins and Cessapines and the Stillness. But tonight is Thursday, as Gary pointed out, and we are playing Fantasy Age. Where we last left off, you guys had dealt with a sort of a mystery in the bandit camp, a dead body, a shout in the dark, mutilated pile of bloody clothing, an escaped beast. Later it was found out that the beast that escaped from the basement was not the one doing the killings. It was some sort of bipedal wolf creature, which most people would know as a werewolf. After being severely wounded by the likes of Lawrence Fishburne and the rest of the party, it escaped over the wall into the woods.
I wasn't even there.
You weren't there for that part, no.
Lawrence Fishburne, like Fishburne. I see what you did with your character name. You're a minx, Keon. You're a minx.
Who's Lawrence Fishburne?
It's the Morpheus guy. The Morpheus guy.
No
Morpheus. Idea. Have you seen The Matrix?
No idea. Oh, boomer.
All right. Never mind.
John Wick, he was the homeless king.
Homeless guy and John Wick. Okay, there you go. Now you're speaking my language.
What is John Wick? Does it have that young man from Speed in it?
Does he make candles?
Dude, that's how it needs to end. That's how he needs to retire.
He opens up a John Wick branded candle factory. Absolutely. Yeah. So the wolf escaped in the woods. You pursued it. Corbinian's character Harnas came across the escaped tiger creature from the basement. Managed to scare it away without much incident. And then you were able to pursue this werewolf into the forest, eventually seeping into a spot where the Fae crosses over into our reality, where you discovered a forgotten glen, and the werewolf was collapsed on the ground, having what later turned out to be his nightmares extracted by an eldritch creature and taken away. After that happened, he reverted back to his human form of the noble Vitali Mamon. He remains unconscious. You left him in the bushes while you explored the ruins up ahead, where you discovered an ancient civilization, pictographs depicting a past where the Fae and mankind kind of grew together, and then the division of the kind when the sword was formed. Not sure why it was made. You haven't learned stuff like that, but there is a sword. It does seem to be brought forth by the dreams of mankind, and it can be corrupted by their nightmares. So, after you escaped the temple, you went back to the woods. There you found your lost compatriot, Lawrence Fishborn, who did not manage to follow you into the woods. Hey, Avenge Penguin, thanks for 15 months of subscribing. Hey. Wow, that's a long time.
Wow. Holy crap.
Thank you so much.
Time flies so fast.
We appreciate it. It does fly really fast. So, yeah, that's where we pick up. You guys are all in the woods. You've finished the bandit situation. I believe that you had decided there was no need to go back to that base, and you're just going to continue on through the forest back to the Kingdom of Torrance. Am I correct?
Yes.
All right. So you guys camp out in the woods. You avoid the spiders this time, and you make your way back about midday the next day to the road where you had the battle with the bandits in the for the first time. The road goes left, the road goes right. Right leads to Torrance, left does not. But I can't, force you to do anything.
So we could go left.
You can.
Well, supposedly we were going to get rewarded with, I don't know, a back rub or something from the king or whatever it is they promised you guys.
I mean, he kind of conscripted you and was like, you're going to do it because I'm the king, but also those kinds of things tend to come with benefits. So,
I didn't realize he was going to be the one doing the back rubs. That makes us a better prize.
Come here. Let me give you your reward.
Let me give you a kingly back rub.
Yeah, with the weak, soft hands of a king.
Like every time Joe Biden puts his hand on your lower back. That's a kingly back rub.
No, he's actually a mage, and he uses magic to give a shiatsu.
Ooh. Talk about a mage hand massage? I like that. I like what you're cooking up here. Come on down to mage hands, where we don't touch.
Mind Seuss.
Mind Seuss. So I imagine we're heading right. We're heading back to Torrance.
Yeah. In another fantasy universe, we all take a left here, but in this world, I think we take a right and head back to Torrance.
Yeah. Absolutely. Head back to Torrance, taking the right path. You guys take the blue pill and continue on your...
I don't understand that reference.
But you understood that it was a reference.
It's from that movie I was telling you about.
Oh, John Wick?
That film with that young man from Speed.
What's Speed?
It's like Point Blank, but on a bus.
What's Point Blank?
It's got that
Point
young
Blank
man from Bill and Ted.
Point Break, but yeah, I haven't seen that one either because I'm not that old.
They remade it, I think.
What's a remake? I'm so old. I've only seen things once. Man, I enjoy this though. Like, no cap.
Harry, how are you doing this?
What's a remake?
How's he doing? Oh, is he doing the thing again?
Steve,
Emoting
that's
it.
good. That's good Zoomer content right there.
Yeah.
That's how we get the young viewers.
I've seen our demo. We actually do have a lot of early 20s.
We pull in the youngs.
Well, you know,
What a sentence.
you know, I'm not gonna say that.
Some young.
I don't.
Do we? No.
Look what I started.
No.
Okay, sorry. We should do it now.
We take a right. We head towards Torrance.
Sorry,
Define
I'm
youngs.
editing the overlay live. Everyone got to see it.
Nice.
I forgot that I
Behind
changed
the scenes.
podcast logo, and I didn't update it here, and so there was just nothing there. Fresh out the podcast. You don't have to listen. But yeah, so as you turn right to Torrance, the road is a lot more tore up than when you came this way. It seems like there has been heavy use of people making their way to.
Or up in heavy use.
Yep, I saw. To the Kingdom of Torrance. You follow the trail for a few hours. Eventually, you come upon a small caravan, just 2 wagons, having some difficulty up ahead.
Is it a like a large group of people on this wagon?
So it's 2 wagons. Each of them
2 wagons.
are drawn by ox, not horse.
Oh, okay.
And the one in the front has 2 people sitting up front, a driver, and what appears to be someone with a crossbow. They're not wearing like a guard uniform or anything. And then the other one just has a man and a young girl, like a child, sitting on the front. What do they call it? Just the driver's seat, I guess. I feel like there's a fancy name for it on a cart, though.
Probably is a fancy name for that. The bench part of the cart.
They're sitting on the carriage mount. The precipice. I don't know, man. But yeah, the man and his daughter are sitting there. They see you coming, and they're a little, hesitant, a little worried, but they're not too worried as there are a lot of people on the road today.
And they're on their way to Torrance, not from Torrance?
They're on the way to Torrance, correct.
I call out, hail the wagons as we're approaching, just so we're not sneaking up on them in any way.
It'll relax them a bit, and they will wave. For the record, Belor is with you. She's just quiet.
Is she ever truly with us? Or is her soul taken by the god she worships?
Oh no!
Yeah.
Which one of you is carrying the body of Vitali? He's still unconscious.
I'll carry the guy.
Okay.
I heard that werewolf musk makes you irresistible to women, so I'm rubbing him on my parts.
That is part of their lore, yeah.
But also,
They get their
it's
swag
called a
on.
box or a perch. That's what you sit on in the carriage. The box or the perch.
There you go.
If anybody wants an article called 40 Carriage Terms Defined, colonialquills.blogspot.com.
Hashtag not sponsored.
We should be.
That'd be such a crazy story.
Every adventure has a character. We'll figure it out.
Money talks,
just a carriage history lesson. That'd be fun.
That was like whenever we did our Warhammer storyline or Warhammer Fantasy, I was a carriage driver, so there was always a carriage nearby.
Nice. That's really funny. Sorry, go ahead.
As you approach, I mean, they slow down, they stop. They weren't moving particularly fast to begin with. Hail, how's it going? What brings you this way, travelers? You heading to the city as well?
Oh, we were just on King's business, dealing with getting some locals to find something else to do with their time. But you're going to the big, supposed to be some sort of big meeting between kings next couple days. I heard.
Yes, we've been hard at work ever since we heard. They commissioned us just for the big event.
Where you hail from?
A city down the way. One of the villages. Not a very big one.
You know
And
the
what-
bandit. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
What is it you have been commissioned to do by the king?
The man sitting with his daughter is the one that's speaking. And he'll smile. Like, I'm not exactly sure if you'd necessarily understand. He's not trying to be condescending, but it's
He
not
is
something
being
you
condescending,
see
though.
every day. And he'll produce something from the carriage. And it is about this big. It has a stick coming out of it. It's like that big in diameter and it has like a pointed tip. It looks like a weird fat crossbow bolt with a stick attached to it, but it's like kind of made out of paper.
Coming out of the front of the carriage?
No, he's just holding it. Like he shows
He's
you.
holding it.
Yeah.
Have I seen such a thing strange like this before?
So you would know it as a firework. It is. He's holding a bottle rocket. It's up to you if you've seen something like that. They are rare, but they do exist. Gunpowder is a thing in this world.
Yeah.
Obviously.
I think a fancy boy elf would know what a firework
Yeah,
is.
you might know.
Yeah.
Certain. I think I've read about them. I'm not sure if I've ever seen one in person. Yeah, so I'm just staring like mesmerized, like, is that what I think it is?
Oh, you've seen one before. Yes, it is one of the bolts that bursts.
It's back.
Okay.
Yeah,
It popped
it's
back.
back.
That's not good.
Yeah.
But, anyways. Yeah.
We should be happy to escort you to the kingdom, as we too find ourselves headed that direction. And more friends make for more merry company.
Well, you see, it seems that there's trouble up ahead. And he'll
Oh?
point it out. I do not think we can make these wagons across such a narrow bridge. As you look ahead, there is it's a thin rope bridge. It's not the biggest. It is big enough for wagons and whatnot to get through, but their wagons are wide and heavy.
Yeah, that's probably one we crossed, but for us it would have been like, oh, it's just a rope bridge.
Yeah,
Off we go.
It's actually a really nice bridge. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck these people.
Oh shit. Yeah, we do have some trouble coming up ahead. I think we're gonna have to take a detour.
That's rough. Good luck on the detour, mate.
Thanks. I mean, he'll say it genuinely. But yes, we'll be taking the path down to the gulch, going around.
We're going down and all the way back up.
Yes. Yeah, we're gonna have to. Yeah.
Well, I can see why you brought oxen then.
Yeah. Hopefully, we are not set upon, but we don't really have much to steal that most people would want. It's kind of a special
have
item.
Do you have bombards in there? For your, what do you call them? Fireworks?
Oh, you mean like a mortar?
Yeah.
Like to launch them out of? Yeah, we launch them out of this thing, and he'll show you like multiple tubes tied together.
Like, are they like real? Are they like really big, like iron looking things, like cannons? What we
they
would
seem
call
to
them?
be made out of wood.
Oh, okay. So they were okay. So, yeah. Hernes kind of studies them for a half second and just steps back a little bit. Yeah, no, it's not the sort of thing you'd want to. If anyone were to take, well, the only people I would think that would set upon you, we've already, we've struck an accord with, on behalf of the king. So these roads should be safer for the next for at least the season, I would think.
Oh, that is good news. I would hate for anything to happen. I have my daughter with me. We did not think we were going to have to be taking this detour.
Alright, mate. If you're that worried about it, what if we help you cross, but then you give us some of those sweet, sweet exploding sticks?
He'll kind of nod. He'll look towards the front cart where the younger two men are sitting. And they'll kind of.
Haven't been presented the opportunity. I should be happy to study some more of these fireworks close at hand. If all we have to do is walk down the gulch and back up, well then I suppose I'm in for a bit of extra cardio today.
I love a good gulch. You never know what you're gonna find in a gulch.
Yes, all sorts of things get dropped in a good gulch.
He'll toss you something. It's a little stick.
It's sizzling.
You catch it, Soren?
Yeah, I catch it.
It's like an M100. It's like a quarter stick of dynamite.
Those are two very different things, I think.
No, those are the same thing, pretty much. Yeah, an M100 is just like a stick of dynamite. Yeah, he'll toss it to you. Be careful with that. Light one end. Light. He'll point out the wick to make sure you know. If you light that with fire.
Well, it's like a blast file, but more potent.
Exactly.
Yes, I could see this being useful in disarming a lock. You just slip it in the crack there and light it and blow the door open. Brilliant!
Well, I don't know anything about that, but
Yes,
well,
me
yours
either.
now.
Yet.
If it's packed with that much black powder, you're blowing up more than...
Yeah, it's happened a lot more.
This hasn't happened in a long time. It's happening. It was happening like 10 minutes apart. Now it's happening every couple of minutes, which is annoying. I don't know why. All right, well, we'll keep on keeping on. So, you agree to help them down the gulch?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
I almost didn't, though. If it wouldn't have been for Lawrence, I'm glad Lawrence spoke up. I really didn't see myself getting on muddy for these people.
Oh, yeah.
I was about to offer anyway because they're travelers. I'm like, well, this is the sort of thing I would do. So
I'm glad you guys spoke up, because it wasn't the kind of thing that Solon would do.
I wasn't interested, but then I saw exploding sticks, and then you had me in gulch.
Nobody was, nobody's injured, nobody's sick, nobody's a noble, so Solon wasn't going to go for this one. There's nobody who's, in danger in that type of need.
Actually, if they don't mind, would they mind terribly if we, unless Lawrence likes carrying the guy for some reason, we could load him up on one of the wagons just so you're not, carrying the guy downhill and back uphill again.
I feel like it's pretty menacing, right, to be carrying like a disheveled werewolf man.
Yeah.
And again, I really want the musk.
Also, he's not so werewolfy anymore. He's more post-werewolf.
But that he looks like he got fucked up.
Yeah, he's like a pale, naked, scrawny guy just draped on you like a blanket.
It looks like I just beat the crap out of this dude and took his clothes off, and you shouldn't mess with me.
It does. It does look like that.
So I'm gonna wear him like a championship belt as we cross this gulch.
This is my naked man trophy.
Hernas will probably spend a bit of the time while we're walking with him just chatting about black powder and gunpowder in general, because Hernas is trying to learn. Hernas isn't nearly as learned as Solon is about black powder. He has more firsthand, I've used black powder before, not I studied it or I lived in a culture that used it. Like, Gorks don't use gunpowder. I'm the first one.
Reconnecting.
I wonder if they think that your gun is cool, or if they think you're cool because of the gun.
Sorry, I'm dealing with stuff. Yeah. I mean, so the man will mention it. Quite the piece you're packing.
It's not as nice as I would like. It's an arquebus I found in the tribal lands in the far south.
I've
been trying.
I didn't know that you found it.
That was my idea, because orcs don't trade in it, and I'm not sure who makes them in this verse. Really, it's made. Someone makes them, probably dwarves.
Upon it, and you're like, I'm gonna make this my whole personality.
It's like, I started messing with it. I tell them the story. It's like I started messing with it, trying to figure out what it was. I didn't know what I was using until I lit the fuse. I point out I lit this part, And then there was some black powder and shot in it to begin with. That was the loudest thing I ever heard in my life. And it's like hearing gods, one of the gods slapping the earth.
I mean,
That's
now that
one
I'm
way to
into
think about
40k, it makes perfect sense that an orc would be super into big guns. It makes a lot of sense now, actually. Make big booms.
So you begin to take this side path. So it kind of winds down this this hill. It has a bit of a path to it at first, and then it goes down to a dried up riverbed. You're not sure why it's dried up, maybe beavers or something, but there's no longer a river here. It looks like other carts have made their way through here. But after about an hour, you make it to the bottom. So far, it's been uneventful. But when you hit the riverbed, one of the wagons gets stuck. It happens. Let's get to it. If any of you don't mind helping, we'd appreciate it. But if not, that's okay too. And they'll set to work trying to pry the wheels up.
Yeah, I'll pitch in to help for sure.
Oh, Lawrence with a might check is able to help them. Yeah. What are you looking for?
I'm gonna go ahead and walk ahead a little bit, not like a mile ahead or anything, but walk ahead and make sure that where we're going next we don't get stuck. Go kind of while they're unstucking it, make sure we don't immediately get it stuck again.
You're looking around. You're checking out the ground. At some point, a rock hits the ground and kind of rolls into your foot. It's not the biggest thing, but like a golf ball size rock.
That will prompt me to look up and look around as well.
You
now
see
that we're down here on the floor of this
you
gulch.
see something dart across the cave wall, but you don't quite see what it was.
Vanessa, have you traveled these parts before?
I'm like help. I'm like pushing against the cart a bit, and I look over. Huh? Walk over. What was that? Around these parts?
Yes. Have you traveled around these parts before?
No. I know people who've come up here. A couple people. This is the first time I've been on the island.
The wildlife of this area. There's something that's darting around above us, watching us. That's not usually how prey acts. Maybe something to keep our eye on.
I look around a bit, looking for any sort of fortification or hunter's perch or anything like that.
For like a bandit or a person or something?
Or a hunter, yeah.
So you see movement up on the ridge. You're not sure what it is at first, but then you hear the clicking noises that you've recently become familiar with.
I immediately flourish my rifle up, and you see me bite at one of my bandoliers and start loading my rifle.
The child should stay inside the cart until this is over.
We got crawlers. Up there.
I know I said that in sort of a relaxed voice, but I walk with purpose and look at the guy on the cart with this is about to be bad. We might be calm, but get inside. This will be bad.
The man will take his daughter. The other two seem to be more of the guard variety. One of them has a crossbow. The other one will produce a sort of a not a military spear, but more common spear.
Yeah.
And they'll start the wagon. All right. Yeah. So one of them has a crossbow. One of them has a spear. They'll start driving the carts forward. The man and the girl will be riding the other one, and they're just trying to kind of get away. Create some distance, but these things come down the wall. So what you see are each one's about 3 feet tall, kind of like a little fat little baby, made out of green chitinous skin, each one with 6 legs and then 2 arms. All of them are spindly. They have their arms up here like this. They have long heads, and they have arachnid-style mouths. And they're chittering as they leap down the canyon wall. And a couple of them do, in fact, leap from the wall and land on the cart with the 2 men on it.
They are being shot at.
Absolutely. Good.
If they're coming at the wagon, they're being shot at.
Go ahead.
And I'll aim as part of it because it doesn't take me an action to ready anymore. So that is actually 17 because my aim is +1. 17 to hit.
Well, boom. That's it.
And is their dex a 1 or a 0?
No. No, it is not.
No, never mind. I'm not dexterous enough to do extra damage.
So you blast one out of the air. It kind of tumbles to the ground, and like one of its legs is blown off, but it's still like kind of milling about, trying to find its bearings. It did not like that. Did not enjoy that. What do the other 2 of you do?
I was about to look up the rules real quick because I'm curious. I have a minor action spell and a major action spell, and the D&D rules are you can't cast 2 spells in a turn.
Rule against that in this game.
But
As
in
long as you have an
Age,
action
I
to do it.
can. Okay, that was my question. Wicked. I would like to place my hand on Corbinian character, which is Hernasa. So Solwyn runs up to Hernasa. I run up, put my hand on his side, and say Sorel Azir, and create the illusion that he is displaced. I've rolled an 18. I was looking for an 11, so I did the thing. So you have a +2 on defense against melee attacks and a +5 against ranged attacks. Once they miss you,
because you are no longer where you look like you are.
because he looks like he's elsewhere. Once they miss you, they can make a perception check, and then they can try to hit you. After that, I will... Let's see, what's my range on the second spell? Within 10 yards. So I will run closer to the wall where they're climbing down, and target the closest one coming, and point at him and say, Oliel Kalazim! And he needs to make a willpower self-discipline target. Go ahead, Corbinian, I'm sorry.
I believe moving's minor.
May not need to move if I'm lucky.
Depends what the range is, yeah. That's my problem when I reload and stuff, is if I aim, I can't be moving around.
You beat what I rolled.
Nice. It's disorient. I rolled stunt points. Get out of here. I'm going to twin it, and I'm going to disorient both of the guys coming down the wall.
You're going to disorient 2 of them.
Yes.
Excellent.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yay. Alright, motherfucker.
Connected.
Yeah, it's about every 5 minutes. It's interesting. Alright, well, so 2 of them are disoriented. I'll say they just kind of like run into each other and fall to the ground as they are disoriented. What are you doing, Lawrence?
I think Lawrence is gonna run up to one of those 2 disoriented. What are we calling these things?
Crawlers, I called them.
Crawlers? There's no like name. I go up to the one that's probably furthest from Solwyn, and I attack. I do a minor action to activate my berserker mode. So I technically, historically speaking, I take a bunch of mushrooms and start foaming at the mouth.
Hell yeah.
If we're gonna do it like that. And how do you do this again? I do this. And that should hit with.
Look at
3
those stunt points.
Trident of Nash is gonna 2d6 do 9 plus 2 because I always do all out attack and I always do. What's that +1 to attack?
Do you have
Yeah,
any
all out
strength?
attack and berserker. Do I have any strength? It's just 2d6. It has nothing. I don't think it has anything.
Yeah, you
I
had
have
your
2
strength, the melee attacks.
Always?
Yep.
I don't know
Yep.
shit.
Depends on the
So-
weapon, but usually most melee weapons it's strength. Yours
then
kind
that
of
should
weapons
be-
is strength.
Well, yeah. Well, there you go. Thank you. That should be 13 damage then, right? Because I get 1 + 1 for berserker, +1 for all out attack, and then +2 for my strength on top
Yep.
of a 9 with 3 strength points.
Yep. We
3
doing those
sub points.
stunties.
I'm gonna do a lightning attack and attack the one that's right next to it. That he disoriented. So he disoriented them. They both hit each other and fall into the ground. And then I just run up, stab one, then stab another one. Do I need to do the full roll again or just damage?
Full
for a
roll
lightning
again.
attack? Okay.
But you can't generate stunt points on this one.
Cannot generate stunt points.
But you hit.
But I hit like a truck, dumps like a truck, thighs like what, dumps like a truck, what, truck, and then hit for 8, 9, 10.
That was the first CD I ever bought.
Really?
Mhm.
Wow. That's impressive.
Well, you didn't burn them like a true rogue?
You gave that man his
this
money
was
like he
before
deserved.
CD burners. I guess it wasn't technically before them, but it was before they were readily available.
Yeah.
Yeah, dumps like a truck. So you stab both of them. Both of them, you cut them both. They're squealing at the end of your military pitchfork.
Right smash.
You're spit roasting these fat babies
Yeah, give me that fat baby. Yeah.
slowly over an open fire. All right, so that is all of you. So there's the 2 that came down the wall just now. There's the 2 that leapt to the cart. Yeah, we'll say that that's what there is for now. The 2 that leapt to the cart, one of them is going to attack the crossbow man and hit him. What? You get out of here. There it is. It took me back to the beginning. Oh, I forgot they can do that. That shit's hilarious. I can't wait to do that to somebody.
Uh-oh.
Yay!
The minute I knew it was a chitter, like, I'm shooting these things. Like, I don't know. I just remember the GM being very excited about them fighting us, and we totally just did the non-violent solution.
Yeah, we did. This is what we get for not fighting them.
So it's gonna leap. It's gonna bite that guy pretty severely. He's gonna take a lot. That's a lot of damage. He's gonna start bleeding. And he's gonna push him
Like
off
a
the cart. They're gonna keep
Face
on.
grabber.
It bites him on like the neck, and like there's some spray. That guy got hurt. And then the other one's rooting around in the back, and he grabs in his little forward arms a bunch of fireworks. And he starts running away.
One of the little guys took a bunch of fireworks?
Delicious. That's
figure it
crazy.
out.
No one taught that gunpowder was delicious.
Can our orc make him explode?
Yeah, it's the orc's turn.
The one that's running away, I am going to aim for the fireworks that it's holding.
Okay, I'll make that shot a little bit more difficult, but go ahead.
I draw my pistols out, aim, poof. Oops, I should mark that I shot the last one. Hold on. I'm down to 5. Now I'm down to 4 here. 13.
Ooh. So, it's just too quick. Like, it's moving erratically. It goes right past it. You do miss it. Close, though. Close. And it keeps running. It's got his arms full of fireworks. Sorry if you're watching about all the stream popping, but thank you for sticking with us. Solwyn, you're going to get... So these 2 on the ground, they still get to take a turn.
Yes.
I didn't... So, one of them is going to like it just got stabbed. It's going to turn around and point its butt at you, and then a bunch of stuff comes out of it. A bunch of just goo just shoots out of its butt. Both of you make a dexterity acrobatics test, or be covered in the slime.
Me and Solon, or them two?
You and Solon.
Yeah. Dexterity acrobatics tech. Uh-oh.
Solon, you leap out of the way. You're like, oh, good heavens! I like to imagine Lawrence just didn't recognize it as a threat. He was like, what's it gonna do? Spray its butt at me?
I was like, it's just bung. Look at the goo hole. That's pretty funny.
You get slimed like a celebrity on Nickelodeon. And like your whole body erupts in just like stabbing pains.
It's so much worse than I could have.
Just like a celebrity at the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards that got slimed.
What's your armor? Do you have any armor?
Yeah, but there's a lot. Okay, so I have 4 armor.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're just gonna take 1. As
fine.
they do have trouble getting through your armor, but as you're looking down, you're covered in just these little tiny, like you got egged. There's like little tadpole eggs all over you. They're hatching, and the little tiny versions of this creature are burrowing into your skin, trying to eat you.
Jesus.
Not so bad.
That's 1 damage?
Because some of them are burrowing into your armor, apparently.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know if you get to remove your armor from it, but hey, I let you. So, you know. Go ahead and make a Constitution stamina test.
Constitution stamina.
It's not the damage you have to worry about. It's getting sick.
Oh, boy.
That's not good.
So it's the
That's not
beginning of
good.
your turn at the beginning of each. Sorry. So you have to make that test at the beginning of every turn until you pass, and if you fail, you take D6 penetrating.
So I take D6 penetrating right now?
Yeah. So you take 6 damage.
Yeah, penetrating ignores armor.
Penetrating ignores armor. I didn't realize it. It
Why do
makes
I take-
sense
why
that
do I
it's
take
penetrating.
D6? Or why do I take 6?
'Cause
Can I roll?
I rolled a 6.
Oh, because you rolled a 6. Got it. Okay.
So you're covered in like little itty bitty monster babies that are trying to eat your skin.
Little sentient monster sperms.
Yeah.
Not
Pretty
bad.
horrifying.
Monster
Pretty horrifying, John. Good
babies.
job. You did it.
I wish I could take credit. This is in the book.
Oh, that's you. That's
That whole
Yep.
thing is in the book. There's a whole paragraph,
Ah.
and I love it.
that's pretty sick.
I love it so much. Solwyn, I'm glad you missed that. But it is
Yes.
your turn.
2 of them get to make saves right now
Okay. Oh, yeah.
against their disorient.
Because they might
So,
snap out of it.
Against
target
a
number?
disorient. Target number for me was 11 when I cast it, and they have a -2 to their tests right now.
The one. Son of a bitch.
The one that just came to, I am going to blast him. I'm going to blast him with my arcane blast. That's what I'm going to do. I've rolled a 13 to hit.
That does hit.
And I do 7 arcane blasty damage.
7 arcane blasty damage. You blast this one. It is. I mean, Keon did stab him before. Boom! He gets hit, and he like lowers his head at you and chirps angrily at you. Lawrence.
I'm going to chase after the one who's running off with the handful of fireworks.
Okay.
Dart after him. I got something for him.
Oh no. Keon, it is Lawrence's turn.
So there's still just the 2 in front of me. They're both alive still?
Yeah.
They took 13 damage. There's some strong.
Alright.
No boons or anything, huh?
So you stab at this creature, and it will like sort of jump and like put its feet on your trident. Like
I think I'm a
crouch.
little distracted from all the demon cum burrowing into my skin right now.
Yeah.
I can understand. Yeah, demon cum can be distracting.
Clip that.
Do not.
The one that's running with the fireworks, since you're chasing him, you can see him. He starts to eat some of them. And it's making happy noise, but still running away with them. It's like, and then the other one that was on the cart, that one's hurt. That's the one you shot earlier, Corbinian. He's gonna also similarly, after he bit that guy, he's gonna grab some fireworks, and run away.
God damn it.
But
there's 2 runners and 2 fighters right now.
There's 2 runners, 2 fighters. It seems like they're here for the fireworks. And yeah, they run away. Go ahead and take your turn now, Corbinian.
Hernas will shoot the one that will take out So I critically hit it, and I just told you the damage. So it's about I dropped the pistol I fired, and then I draw the second one that I have, and I fire it at the fireworks of the one that's closer to me, the one that just grabbed stuff.
Gotcha. That one you won't have a penalty to hit yet. Go ahead and make that roll.
19.
That's a hit.
Nice.
Go ahead and give me that damage. Alrighty.
7.
So the fireworks explode. Let me see if shenanigans ensue. Oh boy, they do. I rolled really, really low on the 100%. I rolled a 4. I was looking for a 5 or lower. 5% chance of shenanigans. I can't believe I got it.
Shenanigans.
Let's see. I guess, yeah, Hernas, make a dexterity saving throw.
It's stealth, right?
No.
It's 18.
You can't hide from death. Okay. So you leap out of the way as one of the fireworks it was holding ignites and flies right at your head. And explodes really close to you. It also came close to the carts. So just a little... There's stuff going on. Watch out.
Oh, yeah.
All right, that one blew up. Solwyn.
Yo.
You're far away. You're not really a part of that other combat right now because they can't really chase you. What do you?
The one that I'm chasing, still running, still snacking.
Oh yeah, running and snacking.
There was some fireworks behind you for about a minute.
Yeah, an explosion goes off right behind you.
I enjoy watching the fireworks. As I'm running, I'm watching, and I don't stumble somehow, magically. And then I will cast the Minor Arcana option. So this is like a cantrip. We don't really use these too often, but I will use Mage's Flint, which just lights a small fire. And I'll light a small fire. You can find this in the companion guide. Yeah. On page 53 under the magic section. And so with a snap of the finger, I light the fire on one of the fireworks that this guy's running with. And then I stop because I want to watch this.
Let me check it out real quick. I'm not completely against it, but gotta look at it. This is a dangerous precedent. Nope. Well, what page did you say?
Page 53 at the top right. Okay, and so what it says is it can light a small fire with a snap of the fingers like a highly skilled use of flint and steel. Alternatively, you can create a shower of sparks, but they're not hot enough to start a fire. It's just a shower of sparks. So you can make one small little flint steel fire or a shower of, like... fantastic.
Because you're doing a moving target that is running away, I will let you do this with an Arcana check.
I appreciate you giving me a shot at this. I'm all for it.
Absolutely, I'll give you a shot.
Arcana,
I was just deciding whether or not it was automatic or not.
My school of Arcana is illusion. Can I roll Arcana illusion, or should I just roll flat intelligence?
I mean, you have training in Arcana, and it kind of goes with it. So yeah, go ahead and roll with the full bonus.
Yes, thank you. That'll make it a 20 altogether. And yeah, the reason I asked that is because I don't have like an independent Arcana trained. It doesn't say like Arcana skill and then also Arcana illusion. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. So I'm gonna make another shenanigan check here.
I roll a big old 20, trying to light this guy on fire on his move. I cast Mage's Flint. I snap my fingers. What happens?
Thanks for subscribing, Ken. It does light one of the fuses, and he keeps running while it's lit. I rolled to see if anything silly happens, and he just keeps running for a minute. It's gonna be Lawrence's turn now.
I'm gonna stop and like put my hands on my knees and catch my breath. Like, dang, he got away.
Okay.
So there's still just the two in front of us.
You're
and the
fighting
two that
two.
are running away.
The beginning of your
Still
turn, make a
fighting
Constitution stamina check, please.
Sorry, that was called.
Sorry, you auto failed. I don't know why.
Do I pass? Are they done?
Well, not if you're gonna keep mocking. Take 5d. No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, actually, so you stab at this thing. These creatures are burrowing at your skin. Finally, you just have enough, and you start sloughing off all this alien goo. And the creatures go with it. They hit the ground, and they sort of start drowning in the. You're right, Gary.
Yeah.
Yeah. They sort of start drowning in their own ambiotic fluid. So
I start drowning the two creatures in the thing, or I'm drowning the sperms are getting
you
drowned
slough
on
off
themselves.
the fluid, and
Yeah.
in the fluid, the creatures start dying
So
because they
the
no
creatures
longer
that
have.
are in me.
Yeah.
Got it.
So you got rid of them.
Sweet.
You're no longer going to continue to take that d6.
That was really traumatizing to Lawrence. He didn't like that.
Oh man, I bet.
He really didn't like any
I
of that
bet.
stuff.
It's
That
like
just
my
happened to
favorite.
him.
It's my favorite
Dang.
special ability.
Oh,
But does he hit?
No. So you slough
With
them
his
off.
free fighting.
You give a haphazard stab as you try to get this goo off. The other one points its butt. No, I'm just kidding.
No. He does.
They can all do it. It's something that might happen again. Just be aware. Yeah. So as you get them off of you, you stab at one. You do miss, and then there's a very loud kaboom as Gary's craterling. All the fireworks in his arms explode, and then there's a strange secondary explosion as the creature that's been eating all this gunpowder also ignites. Hey, Toyzilla Network, thank you for raiding.
Yo.
Welcome, Mr. Kapow.
That's my boy Michael Powell.
We are having technical difficulties, and the stream is popping on and off, so we're powering through it. But just so you know, pop. Just an FYI to everyone watching. But yeah, so the creature explodes as the gunpowder in its stomach ignites. That's both the ones that were on the cart. I guess the ones that you're fighting, Kian, are actually going to fight back. What's your defense?
11 minus 2, so 9.
11 minus 2? Why is it minus 2?
All out attacks, that's -1 and 5.
Oh.
Berserker mode. Berserker mode is, just so you know, Berserker mode is +2 to willpower, +1 to damage, -1 to defense, -1 to perception.
So one of them leaps at you after you get rid of its children that were on your skin.
inconsiderate.
And he goes right past your head. But while you're dodging that one, the other one crawls up your military pitchfork and bites you on the chest.
Okay.
Your armor does come into play here.
Cool.
Which is 4, right?
Yep.
So after your armor, you're only going to be taking a 2, as it has trouble eating the metal shelled man.
Cool.
And we're going to pop back over to Corbinian.
I am in trouble. I unfortunately, actually, Yeah, I'm gonna reload my arquebus, which eats my major. And I'm gonna put my guard up as my minor, so +2. I'm gonna put +2 to my defense. As I'm kind of like as I'm reloading my arquebus, I'm kind of keeping an eye on them and knocking them away if they get closer.
Okay.
Normally, you're supposed to call guard up before you do something, but there's no roll to reloading, so.
Yeah, that's fair. So you're reloading and defending yourself. Solwyn. It's just these two that are trying to eat Lawrence right now.
I don't like them eating Lawrence.
I do.
I am sort of
I
off
like
to the
fish.
flank. Yeah, I'm sort of off to the flank side. I'm just gonna fire at one over here from my side from safety. I don't want him to try to eat me either. Him being made of metal that's good for me.
Which one? The one that butt sprayed or the other one?
Let's go with the one that the one that didn't butt spray, because maybe he still has his butt spray charged up and ready to go.
Got one in the chamber.
Got one
The
in
other
chamber.
guy, yeah, he might have done blown his load. So let's get the other guy, because I think he's feeling sassy.
Well, technically, it's called a refractory period.
I rolled a 13 to hit, and I rolled a 5 for damage for my arcane blast.
You blast that one, and it kind of, a lot of the energy dissipates over its chitinous skin, but you do still hurt it. Just not very much. We'll go back to Lawrence. Lawrence of Arabia.
I knew you were going to say that. I just knew
That
it.
is.
You know I was going to say it that time?
Yeah.
Oh, weird.
You know what they say about those Canadian psychic energies up there? All the Timmies.
That's how we maintain our psychic powers, is all that Timmy's cup.
gotta
Psychotropics.
We gotta start eating at that Timmy's more often, get some psychic powers.
What you doing with that fighting check there, boy?
I'm fighting
Boy.
whichever one I did the most damage to up top. Whichever one I did 13 damage to the one time I've managed to hit them. It's one that's slightly more damaged.
Wait, you've hit one of them? Sorry.
I hit both of them the first time. It was really
Yeah, go ahead.
Shots fired.
6
Oh wait, no,
plus
that's
3.
never mind. Sorry, I'm tripping. That's damage. That's,
You already rolled the hit.
yeah, I know. I'm tripping. That plus 4, right? No, right. 2
Plus
for
your
strength,
strength.
1 for attack, 1 for berserk, or 1 for all out attack, 1 for berserk. So 10.
You hit a lot harder than you think you did from before.
Yeah, so you'll drive the tines of your fork through the one that jumped over your head. You'll spin around, you'll stick it, and then they're gonna try and have their way with you. This one's still disoriented. I guess he gets to make a check.
It's that fishy smell. It just gets them going.
Just gets him going.
And blame him.
6, 7. What's your defense?
9.
9.
9. Right. Okay. So,
Yeah, it's not gonna.
oh, but
not
he gets
gonna-
minus for still being disoriented. Okay.
Yes, -2.
Ooh.
So that one kind of like lumbers at you and just goes right past you again. He seems to just be, like he has rabies or something. Might be more scary, honestly. And then the other one's going to jump on your back
Okay.
and definitely bite the shit out of you.
Cool.
Okay, that time he did a lot more damage.
Cool.
Cool.
So this time he goes for the same spot he was nomming on before, and he finds a hole in your armor and hits you for a total of 9 after your armor.
Oh, man.
And he's just gonna have his teeth in you.
Oh.
Not to be anything about anything, but I still have like so much health. So
Yeah.
Really? That's crazy.
Fighter.
I'd be dead already.
Fighters are damage
Yeah,
sponges.
he's gotten a few levels under his belt now, so like now he's starting to beef. Like he's real beefy.
all I'm good for.
That's pretty
I know
cool,
my
man.
I know my role in this party. It's okay.
Get us.
I mean, you're also supposed to hit things too, but
Beef.
I'm playing 40k Mechanicus right now, and you just put the servitors in front of the enemies. They die, take all the damage. That's the strategy. I'm the servitor. I'll do it.
Hell yeah. Someone's got to stand in the front and get hit. That's what they make that class for.
For sure.
Get magical powers from the Aurora Borealis? That's a little north of me, friend. It's a little north of me.
Aurora Borealis, the guy that played Angel?
No.
Borealis?
God damn it.
Boom!
That was pretty good.
There you go.
Whatever, Santa Skeleton. Freaking.
It's Christmas. Yeah. So, bites you. It is your turn, Hernas.
I will aim the one that's trying to knock Lawrence's neck off. I'm gonna aim the arquebus. Pow!
Yeah, shoot, Lawrence. Shoot, Lawrence. Shoot.
14.
That is a hit.
Eat 15 damage, thing.
Alrighty, that thing was already pretty hurt. This thing's biting onto you, and then all of a sudden it just like feels a lot lighter. His body just gets wiped away. His head, however, is still biting into your shoulder.
Like it's still alive?
No, it's dead.
It's just there.
It's still like how a snake can bite you after you cut off its head. I don't know
A
if
person can do that too, I assume.
Yeah, tell me about it, right? The casualty, you've been booned, and it is your turn. There's only
Great.
one of these things still alive.
That's the one I'll attack then.
It's
Good
the one
choice.
that's still disoriented too.
I rolled a 13,
Hit.
which hits, and I rolled a 5 for damage again. Man, I'd be rolling ones on my d6 for damage.
Roll
Twice
better,
in a row.
man.
You get a plus
I
two.
know.
Dang, that is pretty crazy.
At least I hit.
Yeah, at least you Shots fired.
At least you get booed. Just for
That's
that.
right.
Yeah, Keanu got booned. You got booned. Everyone's booned.
Yay.
Thank you, Penguin.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Penguin.
Penguin.
Thanks for staying through the technical difficulties and booting everybody.
So
Lords. You see a bolt of arcane energy course over this disoriented one as it kind of stumbles when it gets hit.
I'm gonna finish this little fucker off. Am I?
That's a hit.
And
Plus 4.
let me pull up my right thing. I'm on the wrong page. 3 plus 4, 7.
Yes, sir. You stab at it, and it kind of like falls onto your forks. And it gets stabbed pretty good. You kind of pick it up with it, but it is still alive. It's going to squirm at you. It is
Jeez.
still disoriented.
2d6 got me 3 damage.
I know, we're rolling so good right now.
So shit. It's
I
really
haven't
hard.
rolled a single reload this whole fight.
It's hard.
I'm dry again.
It's really hard when a creature has armor, because when you get those low rolls, you just
It just soaks it.
it just soaks it.
Yeah.
Yep. It's gonna try. Oh, it's no longer disoriented. It's gonna snap out of it as it's on the end of your fork,
No.
and it's gonna start freaking out at you.
Damn.
It's freaking out, man.
In your face.
As soon as I see
You're
that
gonna
little
get
hole,
good, girl.
I know where the trident's going.
So it's
Tactical
going
difficulties
to
between
free
20
itself
combat.
from the tines of your fork, and it's gonna leap 20 feet up the canyon wall, and it's gonna start climbing up that way as it runs away.
Running up that hill.
Running up that hill.
Overrated song. Saying it now.
Hey, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Whoa.
Overrated.
Whoa. That song and Sadie Sink are national treasure. You know what, Gary?
Who's Sadie Stink?
Sadie Sink.
Don't know who that is.
It's the girl from Stranger Things.
That's your last name?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the actress's name.
Yeah.
Maxine.
Yeah.
It took me a couple.
It's all good.
Had my tubes crossed. Sorry, guys.
My kid's crying.
Oh, God's in heaven.
That SpongeBob one, man. I don't know why that one's so insulting. Yeah.
It's because you know what it's trying to say.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's so much insinuation. Yeah, that one climbs up the wall. Corbinian.
I reload my rifle. Cause crap.
'cause
Crap
you
on a
can't-
stick.
you
It,
can't
it went
shoot this
straight
turn,
up the
right?
wall, right?
It climbed. It shot 20 feet up the air, then started running up the wall. Yeah. So it's rapidly. It'll be out of range completely next turn.
Yeah. I just observe it carefully. Like I'll guard up just in case it decides to go and come back, but I can't shoot.
We'll
I reload and I'm done.
We'll pop. Unless Gary, you think you can do anything about it?
Is it within 16 yards?
No, it jumped 20.
No,
Yeah.
my range
20.
is 16 on Arcane Blast. Unless I can like jump on top of a cart real quick and use that for the height bonus to blast it. I will
It
try
can
to
actually
blast
only
it one
jump
last time.
10 yards in height, but then it can run up the wall. Yeah, I'll let you shoot at it.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot at it one last time. That's all I'm
Fair.
gonna try to do. I've rolled a 16
That's
to
it?
hit with together.
All right. And what else you doing with those Sunty boys?
I used the Stunty Boys to roll 2 extra d6 worth of damage, and both of them were ones.
Oh, you did like. Okay.
Minimal damage.
A lethal blow, or whatever it be called.
Lethal blows,
Killing.
right? Yeah.
You do hit it, and it does like you see its shell crack a bit. You do a lot of damage, but it.
What about instead of a lethal blow? I know it's too late, and I've already decided to do it. What if I had knocked prone instead? I use 1 die for the d6 damage and 1 die to knock prone.
How much knock? Well, so I would be fine with it, but you did already roll the damage.
I did. No, it's definitely true.
Okay. I'm gonna have
Knock
to,
prone probably would have been a pretty good shot.
I don't
yeah.
like saying no, Gary. But
It's.
it's
I
gonna
should
be
have thought about it first. Yeah, instead of going for the damage, I should have gone for the fall. That's on me.
It's all.
It makes you
good.
feel any better. I would have called her pet for piercing strike. I wouldn't have thought to knock it prone.
But it runs up the. It gets to the top of the wall. It's pretty far away at this point. It looks back at all of you. It stops, and then it runs away. Out of initiative order, the wagons have made a good distance away at this point. They're moving as fast as they can. You all move to catch up, and that's where we'll take our break. Thanks
Yep.
everyone for watching. Sorry about the technical difficulties. I will
I'm
try
done.
to figure out what's going on about that during the break.
Blame it on OGL 1.0.
OGL sucks. All right. Be right back.
Fresh out the box.